Hey, what's up guys, Evo94 back with another action figure review, and today we are looking at the Hasbro Marvel Legends Deadpool Strong Guy Build-A-Figure Wave Maverick. Just a friendly reminder that I do have reviews for Pirate Deadpool, X-Men Deadpool, Warpath or Thunderbird, and Shikla all up, so make sure you check those out if you missed out. And now we're on Maverick, so as you see, there you go, there is the front, there's the side, and there is the back side showing the rest of the wave along with the Build-A-Figure all built on the side. You do get a read up on the top that says Maverick absorbs the force of enemy attacks, converting it into hyperconcussive blast of power. So here we have Maverick, aka Agent Zero. So this is a character, he's a mutant, and he was created by Jim Lee. Came out in 1992, was his first appearance in X-Men Volume 2, number 5. So one of his main powers is to absorb kinetic energy that's generated by impact without hurting himself. So he's able to survive falling from very tall heights, and he can take super strong energy blasts without getting hurt. So the majority of this figure is actually not painted. Most of it is just the sculpt, it's just the plastic that is colored the way it is. So we have that marbleized plastic effect that we've gotten before with Iron Man and other figures. It's not necessarily a bad thing, I'm just pointing it out, it's not painted. So we get this still metallic effect on the yellow and goldish color on his armor. And as you see, the silver or the gray plastic on the legs here. There's the back side, and we'll take a closer look at him. And here's a closer look at Maverick, and one of the best things about this figure is the head sculpt, in my opinion. I like the head sculpt, including the hair. That's done very well. It's all new, of course, and that face is painted super clean. Look at the paint job there. I think this is one of their best and cleanest jobs done on a face mask in particular there. And now we get down to the rest of the figure. So this is of course painted, but the rest of it is pretty much not painted as far as I can see. Maybe the black is painted and maybe the brown parts on the groin area, but that's about it. As you see, the plastic there, you have this little gas mask, face mask piece here that kind of hangs around as a collar. You can't really put it on his face as I try. Really doesn't work out. Maybe you can play around with it. And this back piece that connects to his head is all the same color too. Probably meant to be different colored. I don't think they're all supposed to be gold like that, so a little bit of paint would have gone a long way here in painting these tubes at least black or something else other than it all being gold here. This is giving me some Gold Gomez vibes right now. But going down to the lower torso, you can see here, or what I've noticed, I don't know if you can pick it up, is that the groin area has a little bit of a darker brown compared to the brown here on the thigh. You can obviously see that they try to paint this while this is the plastic color for the groin. There's the side, we get some paint on that forearm here. There's the other side down to the legs. Get some Winter Soldier vibes here with that metallic metal plastic. I definitely do think if they would have shaded him, he would have looked that much better for sure. Some wash or shading would have gone a long way here. For those curious, this harness or this torso piece and this backpack do not remove. That is pretty much glued in there, fixed. It looks like it can be removed, maybe with some force, but it's not budging for me, and I don't think it's meant to come off. So those of you who wonder, who are going to ask that question, that is not removable. So we get the head on a bar jointed head. He looks up, but as you see, it kind of gets pushed back a little bit. It's kind of moving there, as you see. That's because of the tubes on the back of his head, kind of pushing his head forward or to the side. But you can still get him to look up nonetheless, so it's not too bad. He can look down until his face meets that collar piece, which can be removed if you pop off the head. So there you go, take that out. Now you have Maverick without the neck piece there, and you can look down just fine. Now he just looks a little bare at the neck. And then this looks kind of crazy, but when you take the head off, it's not removable completely because it's still connected with these tubes. Unless you force that out with a knife or something, it's not coming off. It's not meant to come off at all. So it's kind of weird looking when you pop the head off for sure, so you probably want to keep that on. Alright, moving forward here, we have the arms that will go forward all the way up like this. It does angle out a little bit because of those shoulder pieces he has here. We can get the arms to move outward this far, which is good. Go back down, we have a bicep swivel. We don't have any shoulder sockets or butterfly joints. We have a double jointed elbow swivel at the wrist with a side hinge for the right hand, and we have another side hinge for the left hand, so both of them are side hinges. You get a very well hidden diaphragm joint here, but you're not going to get it to move too much, but you can still get some movement out of it because the harness is in the way. But as you see, he's going to the side, now he's going to the other side. We can get it to go back a little bit and forward. It's nothing crazy, but you can still get him to bend forward a little bit there. We do not get a waist swivel, but the swivel is at the diaphragm joint, however much you can do so. Still pretty impressed that you can still move him around. At least he's not 100% limited in the movement at the torso. At least you can still get him to do some poses. The legs will kick forward, as so, goes back down, in and out about that far. We get the thigh swivels, double jointed knees. We get the boot cut shin swivel at the, of course, the boot. Then we get the ankle hinge forward and back, and then the ankle rocker at the foot right there. And Maverick comes with these two weapons. These are his accessories. Two different weapons. They look different. They're sculpted different, obviously, but they're not painted. They're both the same plastic metal color. You know how I feel about weapons. I do always want them to be painted, and it is something that Hasbro does skip on with Marvel Legends, but it's something I'm willing to sacrifice for better looking action figures, in my opinion, and better looking Build-A-Figures. But it would be nice to get some painted weapons every once in a while. So even if it's just something minimum like the grip of the weapon or the handle or the suppressor, I don't know, something on there. This would have been so dope if it was completely painted, decked out, looking like an actual gun. But it's alright, it is what it is here. So here we can see that he can hold both weapons on each hand with a tight grip. It's not loose. He holds it just fine, and that goes for both of them right there with fingers on the trigger and all. So it's always good to see that, because sometimes figures don't do that when they're supposed to. And with Maverick, we get the other arm. We get the left arm of Strong Guy. So I did get the right arm with Shikla, and now we have left arm with Maverick. That much closer to building Strong Guy. I think I'm only missing the chest pieces now. We do get one holster here to holster a weapon. You can't holster both, but this works for both weapons, so it's only one or the other here. So there you go. There's the suppressed pistol, and then we'll take that out and we can put in this weapon, and it'll work. I mean, as you see, I think the pistol, or the suppressed pistol, or whatever this is, fits better than this one, of course. This one looks like it has like dual mags there. This side just has an extra magazine there for his weapon, but as you see, there's only one holster. So let's get our side-by-sides underway. We'll start off with figures from this very wave. We have Warpath, and he's a little taller, so we're going to stand them back a little bit further. And there you go. Maverick has some height, but not enough to beat Warpath here. Next up, we have Shikla, which she does have some height. She's actually pretty tall, but Maverick does stand a little taller than Shikla. Up next, we have the X-Men version of Deadpool. This is sporting the Sasquatch Deadpool body mold, so nothing really changed here. It's about the same height as that figure, and he does stand shorter, as you see, than Maverick. And here we have the Pirate Edition Captain Deadpool. He is wearing a hat, so he's kind of cheating, but even with the hat, it looks like Maverick still stands taller if you count Maverick's hair. And here we have Armored Daredevil from the Retro Spider-Man line. Next up, I got the Jim Lee Wolverine. And here's our classic Blue Beast. Next up, I'm throwing in Jubilee, also our Jim Lee classic X-Men. Random comparison, we have the SH Figuarts Endgame Final Battle Captain America. And here is the Mezco 112 Collective Cyclops. Jean Grey, and this is the first edition, the first release of this Jean Grey, not the 3-pack updated version. So there you have it, guys. That's going to do it for my review of the Marvel Legends Deadpool Strong Guy Build-A-Figure Wave Maverick Agent Zero David North. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this review. Leave a like and a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think of the figure. And of course, if you haven't done so already, if you're crazy enough to not have been subscribed to me, well, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification for more action figure reviews. As always, guys, stay safe out there, and have a great day. Bye.